Hey guys, this is Dali, and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 17 on Sosnovka. So in the last episode, we bought some new equipment, right? We have the bigger tipper and the new combine with its header right there. And I believe we bought the weeder. So today we're going to spend a little bit of time, probably do another upgrade on our sheep. And hopefully buy those new fields. So I'm going to speed up time just a bit. Actually, I guess I'll go 120. And we will take this guy to go buy 10 more sheep. Since we have the extra money, might as well get the extra benefits here. But first, we're going to refuel and clean him, because he is dirty and he needs to be cleaned. Alright, we want to make sure that our stuff is pretty. I don't know if cleaning them has any impact other than aesthetic. It would be interesting if like maintenance costs were increased when stuff was dirty and things like that. But I don't think that's the case. Oh yeah, so the leasing costs are not that much. 3,400 in leasing costs, so it's over here, is really not that high for the vehicles we've leased. So that's good. Yeah, we'll look forward to that. Yeah, with those new vehicles, I'm excited for that new combine. So we'll see how it goes, and when we buy those 2 new fields, we will be doing very well. Now, I do not believe, let me put these guys all back in here, that there are any great demands going on. But, I mean, looking at it, right, the price for soybean right now is really high. Some prices are actually going up pretty good. So we might look at selling the wheat and barley that we have. But until there's a really good deal, I don't think we are going to do that. I think the benefits are not there unless there's a great demand, because again, if we wanted to do pigs, we are required to have some of that grain. So we'll probably stick with that for now, unless, of course, there's a great demand that we can make a lot of money on. It looks like the best time to sell for great demand is at the very end. So we'll probably make sure we time it for the very end of the great demand rather than the way we have been doing it, which is just as soon as possible. How well does this tractor? Okay, so this tractor manages it better than the pickup does. Probably because, right, the tow hitch is in a more optimal position on this versus the pickup. So let's see if our fields are ready to be weeded. It doesn't look like they are yet. Oh, it's gonna snow today. So that's interesting. We'll get to see a fun weather pattern on that. I don't think it's gonna make for a very good video because if I remember, in 2015 the snowstorms were very heavy. So we would actually be going through a whole lot of... Yeah, we wouldn't be able to see a whole lot, so I don't know how interesting that would be. But yeah. I'm also considering maybe starting to do some silage. I know all of our mowing equipment is down by the sheep, so we could do the silage down there. The problem is, let's look at the map here. From there, yeah, we'd have to truck it over to the biomass heating plant, which is not actually very inconveniently placed. Correspondingly, but if we did it at our farm, that gives us some opportunity. Yep, and there's the snow. That gives us some opportunity to work with the cows a little better. Let's check the status on our fields. Let's see growth. See if they've made a growth stage, and it looks like they have. So I'm gonna slow time way down here while we make the run for the sheep. Update them. Well, yeah. fill up their water and food. And yeah, then we'll be back. Yeah. Or we'll head back to the farm. We'll be back. But yeah, I think with what we have so far, we're in a much better position to have a higher pace in this series. I thought it was going a little slow. I'm sure some of you shared the same sentiment. I wonder if I can turn on the wiper here. Let's see. It doesn't look like there's anything that tells me how. I'm sure there's a way that would be a great animation to have. Not that in real life you would actually use the tractor in adverse weather a lot, because you'll just destroy the fields if it's wet. And, yeah, no one wants that. Excuse me, guys. Got a bit of a yawn there. So let's go ahead and pull in here. Yep. Yep, they know they're about to get more siblings here. So let's unload. There we go. So now we should have 30 sheep. Yep, we have 30 sheep. Right, reproduction time should tick down after the next tick. I don't think it does the math very frequently. Alright, so let's make sure we don't leave that there. And see, we've got almost half a pallet of wool, which is good, so that's going to be worth probably close to 6,000 right now. There we go. So let's do this here. Let's pick all this up. I'm gonna dump it back in. Let's get that. Perfect. Alright, so let's position this the way we had it. Just the idea is it'll make our life easier to do it now rather than later. Okay. You can sit there. And then let's give him some water. It's a little obnoxious that the certain things don't update like they should. Looks like they need some good water, but I think the amount of food and water that they need doesn't actually increment till the next hour, I want to say. Why are you like sideways? So long as it doesn't bug when I go to pick it up, I am okay. Oh, gotta line up. Alright, there we go. Alright. So let's head back to the farm. I'm not going to make you guys watch me make that drive. So I will catch back up with you when we get back to the farm and before we use the weeder. Alright guys, we are back. I just dropped the trailer off at the animal place. It looks like I was wrong. It looks like these guys haven't actually, fields haven't ticked over, but they should be fairly close. So I'm just gonna go ahead, pull over here, get the weeder ready, and then we'll grab the pickup. And nope, there it goes. All right, perfect. So we will set the helper on this. And it spreads out pretty wide, but you'll see here in a second that it's giving us a fertilizer level, so... Right, and there we go. We get the graphic where it's darker, saying that it's been fertilized. But we're not actually fertilizing. So if we go and look at the field, and look at the soil composition, you'll see that we're getting that max fertilized state going through right here. In the meantime, I think I'll go and fertilize field 20. There should probably be a mission to do that. I'm sorry, I'm in the way. Yep, because that's one of the fields that we plan on buying, and so if we do the contracts for that, let's turn the speed down. Right, we get basically a free crop, fully fertilized, and we got paid to do it, which is really the most important piece of the whole puzzle. I wish I could build a bridge, just kind of like across there. Not that it's super inconvenient to go around like this, but... Yep, so... Let's do this here. Yep, and see, we've got this. He doesn't like us fully. That's interesting. I thought he would have, but we can definitely get him to like us fully after we do these next 2 fertilizer missions. We'll probably see if we can find the other field that he owns, and maybe do a mission there to make sure he likes us. And we get the best deal for this field that is possible. So let's do this. I gotta go this way a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna be very happy when we get these new fields. I think it'll really speed us along. It's kind of disappointing right now that they have barley instead of like soybean or canola. But I tried. I really tried. But they really either wanted to do some potato or beets, and then the wheat or barley. So I did what I could. This is the best I got out of it. Let's turn on the lights here. Yep. So it's not a bad position to be in, right? Because we're still going to get that nice discount on the field. Which will be good. I'm rather excited for these extra 2 fields, which will more than double our capacity. I believe both of these fields are bigger than the ones we have. So we will be in a very good position for some future financial growth. Eventually I'd want to get more tractors, so that way we could work them faster. Right, more combines, more machines, just so we can speed up the process. As we get further in, hopefully a CoursePlay update comes out, and we can really continue to use it again. I still have it here, as you can see, but it still has that bug where basically it doesn't realize the job is done on contracts. Now, I say on contracts, it might be perfectly fine. I haven't tested this on normal work, right? So if I hire a CoursePlay to run around, do something, and then I tell it to stop, it might actually trigger a stop. So we might be okay to use CoursePlay on our own fields, like if we wanted to use it for the tipper. Let's see, can I do this whole? Yes, I can. Okay, so let's keep centered. Yeah, that would be the idea, because eventually you get far enough along, it's just unruly to just even do all the fields and manage them without CoursePlay. But if you have CoursePlay, it's easy to run it at a pretty good pace. So you should have nothing for me. Ah, and he likes me all the way again. Alright, awesome. So let's go check this one. It's interesting that the snow, this is very obviously snow, makes that kind of rain sound. Yep, so we'll use this guy now to spray the fields. Yep, I was looking, and I think if we use crop destruction, and we used the sprayers, they all have thin wheels, and so they would not actually destroy anything. I still have the issue in that the contracts don't give me tractors with thin wheels, so you end up, as you're doing the contract, with these big, effectively holes in the crop, which go away when you're done with the contract, but yeah, it rubs me the wrong way. So I'd want to make sure that when we switch to crop destruction, they look at fixing that. Potentially, and that could be a mod. I haven't found one yet. To where if there is crop planted, that they give you basically thin wheels to work the field, which I think would be really a good point of immersion on it. Which, of course, is all what this game's about. Let's go this way a little bit. Alright. Nope. Fortunately, the sprayers are a lot easier to basically gauge where you are, because you have a nice little line right here. So I just overlap it just a little bit with the already sprayed portion. And so my performance will be better than with the spreaders. Also don't know how good of an idea it would be to spray while it's snowing. But hey, they want me to do it. I'll take their money. So yeah, I think we're making some good progress here. I think I'm going to go ahead and speed this up, guys, so you don't have to sit through the whole shebang of me finishing the field, but I'll catch up to you when the field's done. Alright, so that finished up. He likes me all the way. And at this point, I believe we can go ahead and purchase the field because we're max fertilized. So I'm going to do that. Just go ahead and buy the field. Yep, now the field is mine. It's very unceremonious, but this is now our barley. Alright, and then let's bring up the map real quick. Looks like, yep, the weeding is done on that other field. So we will drive on over here. And put him on the other field. I am not 100% convinced on the benefit of the weeder. But I mean, it's in the game. There would be some benefit. It showing up as a fertilizer, I think, is a little far-fetched. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and use it. It'll cut on our costs. And it's not totally unrealistic. It's just not fantastic. So let's make sure he goes. Okay. Oh, right, you're blocked by me. Let's stop you. Awesome. Now he's off. So I'm gonna let him finish. In the meantime, let's clean up some of our equipment. So I guess we'll start with the truck here. We'll go ahead and clean this. There's totally a roof above me, so it shouldn't be. Let's see if I get out. Is it snowing? Yep, it's snowing on me. That's unfortunate. But yeah, so let's clean some of our equipment. We'll kind of do it at a quicker pace. I'm not gonna make you watch every second of it, so I'll probably accelerate it here as I do all the equipment. Alright, looks like the timing was pretty good on that, guys. The helper just finished. And we had just cleaned all of our equipment. Of course, the tires are already dirty. I did realize, of course, that I am cleaning equipment while it's snowing. So I'm not the world's greatest farmer, that's for sure. But nonetheless, it looks clean. I wonder if the weeder got particularly dirty while doing this. It doesn't look particularly dirty. In fact, it doesn't really look dirty at all, except for the little wheels on it. Huh. Oh, there we go. So it looks like the snow has passed. I did speed up time. You can see here that the animal's updated, right? So it's every 32 hours. It produces a new sheep, which is good for us. So we should actually have a new sheep before this harvest is over, which is very exciting for us, right? That's a good bit of extra money. Let's see if we can clean this guy. Yeah, it just looks like these tires are dirty. Almost. There we go. Alright, so there's a sale right now. Let's see what it is. So obviously we can't afford this, but these balers are ready to go. So this one looks like you can pick up 3 bales. It's only a 5% discount, actually. That's not. I'm not going to get excited over that. Let's speed this back up. Yep, that is nothing worth getting excited over. So let's go put this away here. Let's see if I can do it without it being a, 400 point turn. That's not bad. So we'll go ahead and put you down. Ooh, man, I made that close. So one of the questions I have is, should we look at doing more sheep? I think if we did more sheep, we'd be in a good place, but I think we'd be struggling then with the extra money, right? Because we still have to buy one more field. And that's probably not a cheap field, so actually we'll go ahead and drive over there. Because we do have to fertilize it one more time, I believe. Let's double check. Yep, so it needs to be fertilized one more time. So we're just gonna drive on over there and wait for the crop to grow. I don't like waiting, but in this case we want to make sure we don't miss out on any opportunities on this, right? The extra money is going to be very valuable for us. So let's go here. All right, you got nothing. All right, guys, so we're just going to wait for this to tick over. I'm going to speed it up through this, though, so you won't have to watch. All right, it looks like we got a growth. So let's go ahead and do this. Actually, I guess I'll just keep it at full speed because it's not going to matter. Oh, now we're spraying. Oop. You guys are probably getting frustrated by how bad I am at doing this. Let's see. There we go. Good. There we go. Alright, so he's spraying. I'm going to go ahead and accelerate through this as well. I don't think this is going to be a very long episode. Basically, once the fields are ready to harvest, I think we'll call it an episode. So once we basically will fertilize this, buy it, and that'll be it for the episode. So I'm Dally, guys. Like, subscribe, comments, good or bad. I want to hear them. I want to hear from you. So let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. There we go, guys. Bought the field. And this is definitely going to be the end of the episode. So you guys have a good time.